Hello, lovelies. Welcome to my channel, The Ebony Mystique. I am your eclectic entrepreneur. I'm a writer, a massage therapist, and a pianist, piano teacher, not always in that order or the same day. And I make content about what it's like to be an entrepreneur, massage therapist, what it's like to self-publish your books, and a few other things that just happens in the everyday life of someone who owns their own business. Now, if you clicked on this video, you know what I was doing. I was having textual relations. Yes, I was. I was having textual relations with a book called Court of Guns and Roses. I'm just joking. It was like Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah Moss. And I know lately I've been doing a lot of book reviews in my car, but I've been working a lot more and I haven't really had time to just sit down at home and do something nice and comfy. So here we are again in my car. Now this book, I'm just now getting back into fantasy books, fantasy romance and things of that sort, and my coworkers were telling me I needed to read this book. And I started reading it, and I'm not even going to front. This book was tough to, like, really get into. Like, the main character, she annoyed the living daylights out of me. It was just like, can we send her back to where she came from? But we didn't. And it's about, Farah. She's the protagonist, and she accidentally kills somebody she shouldn't have killed and ends up in a place where she doesn't want to be, and there's shenanigans, always shenanigans, and it's a fated mate situation, and I am getting used to the idea of fated mate because it feels like every time I read a fantasy book, it's always a fated mate situation. Nobody just actually gets to know each other because they want to. It's like, oh, you going to get to know me. You going to get to know me. Anyway, so while they were getting to know each other, it picks up. Thank God. It picks up for you. For me, it picked up. And I was like, okay, now I can get into it. And she's thrust into a situation where there's a curse that needs to be broken. And she has to go through these trials to, take care of business. And I'm not gonna front. It was hard to get into. It wasn't like I was just dying to read this book, but after we got past a certain point and the story started to go, I was like, okay, I'm here for it. Like, she was annoying, but she did her thing, man. She did her thing in this book. I was like, okay, I can forgive some of the annoyance because you are literally handling business right now. But she has to handle business. She has to go through these trials to save the one she is fated to. And she does, go through the trials to try to save him. And it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. I will give you that much. When I was reading, I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure the ending is going to be what I think. And the ending was not what I thought. The way this book was going down, I was like, Lord. It took a turn. And there were some things that happened and I was like, I know this is not going to happen because it doesn't typically happen. And I was, especially with protagonists, it just does not typically happen with protagonists. I was happy with the ending. I am going to read the second book. I'm going to read it with my coworker. And I hope it starts off better than this one did. Like I said, it was slow for me. It took me a minute to get into it. But once I got into it, once the story picked up, it was good. It was a solid book. So I would give this one 3 bookmarks. I'm gonna give it 3 bookmarks just because I felt like I had to drag myself through pretty much the first half of the book, even a little bit more than half of the book. So that's why. But when it picked up, boy, did it pick up. And when I tell you, she did some things I just didn't expect her to do. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you are interested in fated mate situations, which apparently all fantasy books seem to be, take a look at this one. This one was good. If you can get through the first part of it, you'll enjoy it and be interested in the second book. Because I know I am. And that's all I got for this one. So I'm waiting to see with the second one how that one does. Waiting to see how that one does. Hopefully it starts off strong. But if you stayed this long and you like hearing my little cute book reviews, please like and subscribe because I'm here mainly on a weekly basis with book reviews. I know last month I had to take some time off to get my own book published. But yes, so I am here. I try to do my book reviews at least once, well, once a week, at least twice a month if I have to take a week off because my reading is slow, because, you know, I'm dropping the elbows and playing with toes on a regular basis. So if you like content such as these, please drop a heart in the comment section and like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta.